Today I'm going to show you how to start a landscape business that's wildly successful with no employees and no money. My name is Travis. I'm with the Landscapers Academy. I have a very successful landscape business and I'm going to show you today how you can start your own with no money and no employees. So let's dive right in. So first, a little about my business. I don't do any maintenance and I don't do any cleanups. I do landscape installations because there's more money there, so that's where I'm focused. That's my area of expertise, so that's where I'm going to show you how to make money today. To make this happen, you only need three things. You need a cell phone, you need a measuring tape, and you need a way to get around. That could be a car, that could be a truck, it could be an Uber even. As odd as this sounds, this way I'm going to show you does not involve you having to need a truck. Basically, you just need a way to get from A to B throughout your day. Simplistically speaking, what I'm going to show you how to do is become a home builder for landscaping. Basically, we're going to show you how to get from zero to profitable as fast as we can. So let's see what we could do to do that. The first thing you need is a customer. To find a customer, it's actually not going to be that hard. I'll show you how. First, I'm going to have you find some new neighborhoods where there's a high density of homes. Homes that are smaller, but homes that are new and tightly grouped together. I'm going to have you guys go to those areas during lunchtime and during about 5 to 6 p.m. What you're basically looking for is contractors who are working there, home builders who are working there, and what you're really looking for is the homeowners being there. You can usually locate this as you drive around because you'll see a little bit nicer car. You can tell a contractor's truck because they usually won't have a lot of tools in it. You can tell this because as you drive around, you can usually look for a little bit nicer car that does not look like a contractor's car. Typically speaking, that's usually going to be the homeowner. Bingo, you drove around and you found some decent cars. Walk up to the house, knock on the side of the wood, and introduce yourself, let them know you do landscaping. If they're in there, ask if they're the homeowner. If they are, congratulate them on the new home and let them know you're here doing landscaping in the neighborhood and you're here to help them out. Simply just ask them if they need help with their landscaping. As odd and as simple as this seems, it really works. It's important for you to expect a few no's before you get to a yes. This is perfectly normal. Keep going until you get a yes. If you can't find the homeowner, look for the contractor, the general contractor. Ask him if there's any way that you can get onto his bidding list or work with some mutual clients of his. If you can't find the homeowner or the contractor, I recommend you do go into that neighborhood and ring doorbells. Yes, go door to door, ring doorbells on people who look like they don't have landscaping in their backyards. This is actually easier than it may seem, and eventually, if you do this enough, you're going to find someone who shows interest in your services. If someone asks you questions during the walkthrough or the estimate that you don't know, please be sure to just let them know that you're going to do more homework to figure out an accurate answer for them. So that's one way to get potential clients into your pipeline. Another way is to call bigger landscaping companies locally and ask if you could get onto their bidding list. Most secretaries for bigger landscape companies have a piece of paper in front of them that show them who to recommend for services that are too small for such a big company or services that company just doesn't provide. Another way you can locate business is to find other contractors that can refer you. People who have mutual clients of yours, people who are not your competitors. This could be pool people, this could be stucco people, this could be mini blind companies, pest control companies, so on and so forth. So let's set up a schedule. Let's say every lunch and every evening you go around looking for homeowners and contractors. And let's say each and every morning you call at least a few other bigger landscape companies. And let's say every afternoon you call other people in other industries, other contractors that are not competitors, but you ask them to see if they have other clients that you could benefit from too, and you could refer your clients to as well. So let's say after a week's time you repeat that during morning, lunch, afternoon, and night. You're going to find some business somewhere, I promise you. Try it. I promise within 1 week you will find a job. Yes, it does take a little work, but trust me, it's worth it. Okay, so quick note, a little thing you could do is also learn some landscape design concepts. You can do this through a few books on Amazon, or you can do it through a course I have on my website. It teaches you start to finish how to sell landscape designs and how to deliver on those designs to sell the big jobs. But this isn't necessary, it's just a bonus. So jumping back in, all you have to do is sell one job. You sell one job and you're pretty much set. Keep in mind, all this work is just to get one paying customer. That's all you need. Let's say you get a customer that wants to work with you. They show you around the yard, you take a look at everything they need. Let's say they need gravel in the back, they need a concrete extension on their patio, and they'd like a lawn. It's three pretty simple things. Simply take note of everything, measure everything, and tell them you'll get back to them within a few days. Next up is the exciting part. This is where it becomes a game of sorts. So, you're going to leave there and you're going to go find other contractors, other landscapers, other masonry people. You can do similar ones that are working in the neighborhood, or you can go a few neighborhoods over and find other people. Pretty easy to spot. You can walk up to them or call them and ask them pricing on the gravel, the sod and irrigation, and the concrete extension. Get their pricing itemized out, get a price separate for the concrete, separate for the lawn, and separate for the gravel, and have them price it all for you. I would then open up my phone, list out everything you're including, break it down for them and say for concrete X amount of dollars, for sod and irrigation X amount of dollars, for gravel X amount of dollars. For the prices of each item, take the prices you got from those subcontractors and double it. If the concrete was $1,200, I recommend you charge $2,000 to $2,400. Make it look professional, proofread it over, make sure it's organized, and hit send. And I would also at the end note that you only focus on one job at a time. I'd also give them a timeline and say we can get started within 2 weeks, or we can get started in 3 days from now. Those are important things for clients to know. Repeat this process until you get a client who accepts your proposal. Realize it will take a little work, just hustle and it'll be worth it, I promise. Boom, one day you get a client who approves your project. Congratulations. Now it's time to make it happen. Schedule with each of the subs, get with each sub for each trade, or if it's all in one contractor, that's great too. But get together and see when all those subs can get together back to back to back to perform that job. Schedule it. Here's a little tip. If something's $500 on an estimate, it's a lot easier for someone to negotiate pricing compared to you saying it's $502.41. When people see that breakdown, they figure it's a much more detailed estimate and you did a lot more work to get to that number, so they're much less likely to argue with you on price. So make sure things aren't just standard numbers like $6,000. Make it $6,104.12. Make sure to take before pictures from every possible angle. The day of the job has arrived. Go meet with the subs, constantly check in with them and make sure they're doing a good job. That is your job, is to make sure every single thing goes perfectly and smoothly. Make sure they do what they say, pay them mostly only after they do the work, not all before. Take progress payments through the process. When the concrete work begins, take a half payment for the concrete price. When the concrete's finished, take the other half and then pay your sub. After all the subs left and all the work is done, it's your job to go around the property and detail that job. Make it look perfect. Make sure your client is really happy. Make sure that you get after photos, and make sure that your client gives you a good review. And ask them for a referral. A lot of times good clients also have other good clients that they know. If a client's happy with your services, they're so likely to refer you on to the next project of yours. Job's complete, you've paid your subs, you got paid, you made about half on the project. Now it's time to go to all the neighbors again and tell them how you're working in the neighborhood, you did their neighbor's house and they're really happy with everything and you can show them photos. I'm sure you can see as you do this more and more, you'll be more successful in doing this, you'll be more successful in sales, you'll be more successful in answering questions and delivering on what you say you can. You'll also truly understand a feel for the pricing in the market, and you can fluctuate your prices based on what you think is fair. If you end up needing the work a lot more, lower your profit rates a bit. If you're full and there's just a lot of demand headed your way, raise your profit margins a little bit too. With this model, rinse and repeat until you get more and more successful at this. Save money, be smart with your money, and build up. Get a truck, get some tools you need, buy a nicer cell phone with a better camera for before and after photos. Establish a great customer base that you can rely back onto. Establish a good list of subcontractors who appreciate you and will work for you whenever you have business now. This model is really low stress, it's really profitable, it's scalable, and it's good for you, the customers, and the homeowner. I should note it's extra crucial that you are the one on the line even though it's your subs doing the work. You're the one to make sure this job runs perfectly and smoothly through every sense of this project. The more you do this, the more you'll find these customers are paying you for your ideas, your thoughts, your trust, and your reliability. So that's it. Make it all happen. Rinse and repeat, and I'll be here if you have any questions along the way. Please like and subscribe to this video as it helps me create more great content like this for you. As you grow, if you need more help with setting up your business legally, with designs, and with much better sales techniques, I'm here for you. Until then, we'll see you soon.